I'm Danielle, and I'm bisexual, and I produce those intimate stories for restless hearts, those ones that make you question everything and think, those ones that make you sometimes wanna drink.
Welcome to another episode of the Amir McCoy Project audio drama podcast. I'm your host, Danielle. Thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Antoine's words lingered in the air long after he spoke them, as if the walls themselves were weighing their meaning.
Then choose me.
Julien lay beside him, breath shallow, heart pounding against the cage of his ribs. He felt the gravity of that request settle over him like a new kind of silence, heavier, deeper, capable of shifting the axis of both their lives. He pushed up on an elbow.
Antoine, you're asking me to do something that's impossible.
No, Julien. I'm not asking you to do something impossible. You need to decide where you want to be, though. I know it's not easy. Nothing ever is. But I've always been crazy about you, and for me, that hasn't changed. For me, I want to see the sun rise and wake up with you in the morning. I want to watch the sunset with you when evening falls. If that's not what you want, please tell me.
It's not that simple.
Oh, but it is, my love. For me, it is. Listen to me. Don't misunderstand. I'm not forcing you to move in with me right away or to get married to me, but I want us to live honestly.
If someone obligates you to love them or to do anything before you're ready, it never really works out in the end. Yes, you can stay and will stay some of the time, but there's always some resentment, so that any flame you felt for them suddenly goes out. They don't think it's wrong, but you know it is. I don't want you like that, sweetheart.
Look at me. I'm not asking you to break everything all at once. I'm asking you to admit to yourself what you already know.
I know.
That we're in love. That this hiding, this sneaking away, this trying to exist in two lives is tearing us apart.
Antoine's eyes were red-rimmed from exhaustion or longing or both. His curls were mussed from lying in the narrow bed, his shirt still wrinkled from earlier. His entire posture one of quiet desperation and fierce, fragile hope.
What do you want me to say?
Tell me you want me, and that you want a life with me. Say you want more than just a stolen night. Say you want us. Because I do, Julien. I want you in the morning light, not just in the dark.
You want the impossible.
Julien looked down, his hand clenched in the blanket. Antoine reached out, gently unfolding Julien's fingers with his own.
No, I want courage.
But you don't understand. I have responsibilities, a home, a marriage I promised to protect.
So did I. And look where we are.
That's not a justification.
No, it's not. It's a reality. You love Claire, and I know that. But people can love more than one person. That doesn't make you a monster.
I know, but acting on it does. You think I don't ache for you? That I don't feel this pull every second of every day? You think I don't imagine a life with you? I do. I think about it constantly.
Then what are you so afraid of?
Julien's knees weakened. He clutched Antoine's wrists.
That I will destroy her.
And what about you? Are you willing to destroy yourself to protect her? You are drowning, Julien. And I'm not asking you to swim to me. I'm asking you to stop pretending you're not underwater.
If you want me to just fall into your arms and choose you without reservations, I can't do it.
Tell me you don't love me, and I'll believe you. Tell me you don't love me, and I swear to God, I will walk out that door tonight, and I will leave you alone. I'll disappear from your life if that's what you need.
I can't.
Then choose me, so we can have a life together and love each other honestly.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified of ruining everything.
Mon amour, you won't ruin everything. You lose something, yes. Maybe something important. Maybe something beautiful. But you'll gain a life that fits the truth of who you really are.
And if Claire can't forgive me?
Then you will grieve that love, and I will grieve it with you. But if you stay halfway between her and me, we will all lose you, and I can't watch you disappear. Julien, I am not giving you an ultimatum out of anger. I am giving you one because I love you more than I can express. You don't need to choose tonight. You don't need to choose tomorrow. But you do need to choose. You can't keep breaking all of us with your silence.
I don't know how to choose.
Then let the truth choose you. I'm giving you time, but not forever.
Julien finally lifted his eyes. Antoine held his gaze with unwavering softness. Antoine wasn't shouting. He wasn't demanding. He wasn't asking Julien to burn his life down. He was asking him to stop living in ashes. And Julien knew, in the marrow of his bones, that this wasn't a threat. It was a mercy. There are nights in a life that do not come softly. They arrive like storms, without mercy, without pause, without offering anything but truth. This was one of those nights. Julien felt it before anything happened, a shift in the air, a heaviness in the chest, a sense that the delicate balance he had been trying so desperately to maintain had finally begun to collapse under its own weight. He returned home from work later than usual. The apartment was too quiet, the kind of quiet that warned. Claire was in the living room, sitting on the edge of the armchair, hands folded neatly in her lap. She looked calm, composed, beautiful in the way heartbreak sometimes makes a person incandescent.
Julien, we need to talk.
His stomach dropped. The words that end marriages or save them, or expose everything in between. He set his coat down. He didn't sit. He couldn't.
What is it?
Claire looked at him for a long moment. Then she said softly,
I went to see Antoine's wife today.
Julien blinked. The world tilted under his feet. The room felt suddenly too small, too sharp, too bright.
Claire, what do you mean?
Claire inhaled carefully. Her hands were steady.
I called her this afternoon. I needed to hear from someone who understands the other side of this. Someone who knows what it feels like to sense the truth without wanting to believe it.
Julien felt his pulse in his throat. His knees weakened.
My God, what did she say?
Claire held his gaze.
She said that she can feel him slipping away from her, the same way I can feel you slipping away from me.
Julien sat down slowly, because standing hurt too much.
But Claire,
She raised a hand.
Please don't lie. Not tonight, Julien. Just tell the truth. It will be much easier for all of us.
Julien's chest constricted. He whispered,
I'm not lying.
Claire nodded.
Good. Then tell me the truth.
Silence. Painful. Suffocating. Necessary. Julien looked down at his hands. He tried to speak. He couldn't. Claire's voice remained gentle. There were no more secrets. Not between them. Not now. Not ever again. At the same time, across the city, Élise stood in the doorway of their bedroom, watching Antoine pack a small overnight bag. He hadn't meant for her to see, but he wasn't hiding it well.
It's late. I wonder where you are headed at this time of night.
She asked. Antoine froze. The motion of folding a shirt stilled in his hands.
I just need a night to think.
Élise took a single step into the room.
Mais non, try again, because that's not where you are going.
Antoine closed his eyes. Élise waited.
Élise, I don't want to make this any harder than it is for you.
She swallowed hard.
But you already are, by lying.
He put the shirt down. Then he sat on the edge of the bed, shoulders slumped, hands clasped like a man bracing for impact.
Please.
Oh, what? Because I ask you where you're going? Well, shit, sorry. Just be honest with me. Are you going to see him?
Antoine lifted his eyes. And the truth, raw, painful, helpless, was right there.
Yes.
Élise nodded once, just once. It was the kind of gesture that ends things.
Then go! Antoine, I don't want to see you pretend. Not anymore.
I'm so sorry. I wish I had known sooner. I know you don't deserve this.
Antoine stood slowly, chest tight with grief.
Believe me, so am I. So am I.
Back at Julien's, Julien had moved to sit on the sofa. Claire sat beside him, but not close, not touching. Her voice was soft, almost tender.
But I've known it, even for longer than you have, or at least for longer than you were able to admit it to yourself.
Julien blinked.
What do you mean?
Claire's eyes glistened.
The way you talked about him, the way you looked at him with such desire, the way you tried not to look at him. I didn't want to believe it. I tried to justify it in my head, but every time he entered a room, something in you changed. But I was willing to lie to myself. I thought, no way. We're married with 2 kids. It couldn't be that way.
Julien felt tears. Well,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I believe you. But loving me the way you used to, I think that part of you has already left.
I know you don't deserve this. And I'm sorry.
I know, but here we are. And I'm not so selfish that I would want you to stay if you aren't happy. So go. This life is short. Don't waste your time. Don't waste time being someone you really are not.
Silence again. And then her voice softened even further, so much that it broke him completely.
Julien, go find him.
He lifted his head, stunned.
What?
Go find him. It's obvious you're not here. Not really. You're somewhere else, with someone else. And maybe I can accept that, but I can't live with your ghost.
Julian's breath shattered. Claire stood.
You need to understand this. If you walk out that door to him tonight, our marriage changes.
Julian stood slowly. He felt the weight of years, of vows, memories, shared life, pressing against his chest.
I don't know what I'm choosing.
Claire nodded, tears finally falling.
That may very well be, but the choice is choosing you.
Julian's breath trembled, and in that moment, with unbearable clarity, he knew he couldn't stay. Not tonight. Not in this version of his life. He stepped forward. Claire didn't stop him. She didn't move. When he reached the doorway, she spoke one last time.
Julien, don't lie to me again. When you do that, you only break both of our hearts all over again.
I won't. My God, I won't.
Then he left. The Belleville apartment. Antoine was already there, standing by the window, hands in his pockets, rain soaking his hair and coat, looking out at the quiet night like he had been waiting for hours. When Julien opened the door, Antoine turned. Their eyes met. It wasn't relief. It wasn't joy. It was something deeper, something exhausted, terrified, and full of love. Julien stepped inside. Antoine swallowed.
You came.
Julien nodded, breath uneven.
So did you.
A pause. Then Antoine asked, softly, carefully, afraid of the answer.
What happened?
Claire knows.
Antoine's breath caught.
So does Élise,
he said in return. They stared at each other, the full weight of consequence settling around them like nightfall. Everything was burning. Everything was falling apart. And yet, in the wreckage, in the truth, in the trembling quiet, they crossed the room to each other. Julien reached out. Antoine caught his hand. And they stood there, foreheads touching, breathing the same fragile air. Neither spoke. They didn't need to. This moment was the point of no return. And they had reached it together. Morning came softly to Belleville, pale light spilling into the apartment like a question neither man wanted to answer. Julien woke first, not abruptly, not startled. He woke the way a person wakes after a long illness, slowly, cautiously, unsure if the world is safe again. For a moment, he didn't remember where he was. Then he felt the warmth of Antoine's hand loosely draped across his waist. He felt the soft rise and fall of breath beside him. He felt the quiet, lingering ache of everything that had happened the night before. And he remembered. Julien turned slightly, just enough to see Antoine sleeping beside him, curls mussed, lashes still damp from tears, face softened into something unguarded and heartbreakingly tender. It was the most beautiful thing he'd ever seen. And the most terrifying. He lay still, watching Antoine breathe, letting the silence wrap around them like a fragile cocoon. The kind of silence that belonged to two people who had stepped out of one world and into another. The first words of the new day. Antoine stirred his hand, slid gently against Julien's shirt, fingers curling slightly as if looking for something familiar. Julien whispered,
Good morning.
Antoine's eyes fluttered open. He blinked, disoriented, then focused on Julien, and a soft, aching smile touched his lips.
My God, it's morning already?
He murmured, voice thick with sleep. Julien nodded.
Yes.
Antoine ran a hand through his hair and exhaled.
This feels unreal,
he said softly.
What happened last night feels like it happened in another lifetime.
Julien swallowed.
It does feel that way a bit.
Antoine shifted to his side, facing him fully.
Are you okay?
He asked. Julien didn't answer immediately. He searched for the truth instead.
I don't know. It feels like I've lost something and gained something at the same time. I'm not sure what comes next.
Antoine nodded slowly, eyes warm and full of a grief that wasn't selfish.
I feel the same way.
They lay there in silence for a moment.
Claire didn't cry. Not at first. She just looked at me, like she already knew our ending before I did.
Antoine reached for his hand.
And Élise, she didn't scream. She didn't even blame me. She just let me go.
Julien felt tears rise.
We're hurting good people,
he whispered. Antoine nodded.
I know. We can't undo anything. But what we can do is decide what we do next.
Silence again. The heavy, necessary kind. Julien looked out the window. Paris was beginning to stir. Bakeries opening, scooters buzzing past, the smell of warm bread drifting upward. He had never felt so far from ordinary life. Breakfast in another life. They moved slowly, showering in silence, dressing without words, washing their faces like men unsure of their reflections. Antoine brewed coffee in a pot, so old it sputtered. Julien found two mismatched mugs in the cabinet. They stood at the counter, sipping in the soft quiet. Antoine finally spoke.
I'm staying with a friend for now. Not with Élise. I don't want to confuse her or myself.
Julien nodded.
Yeah, I'll stay somewhere else also. That's probably for the best. I can't keep hurting Claire by being in the same house and not really being there.
Antoine stared into his mug.
Are you telling her everything?
Julien's breath trembled.
I don't know.
Antoine's voice softened.
You don't have to tell her everything. Only what's necessary in order to be kind, but not cruel.
Julien looked at him with deep gratitude. Antoine always knew the difference. They left the apartment around noon, not holding hands, not touching. Just walking side by side through Belleville's quiet side streets, past graffiti-splashed walls and small cafes, past lives that had nothing to do with theirs.
Do you regret last night?
Antoine asked suddenly. Julien stopped walking. He turned to him.
Oh no, never that.
Antoine's shoulders slackened with relief.
But I'm grieving everything it's going to cost.
Antoine nodded.
Me too.
I don't want to lose Claire.
And I don't want to lose Élise either. But I can't go back to my former life. Even if my future isn't with you, I'm not straight. I've known that for a while now.
I can't either.
They resumed walking, slowly, carefully, as though each step carried weight. And later that afternoon, Julien called Claire. His hands shook the entire time. She answered on the second ring.
Are you safe?
She asked. Her voice was steady, warm, devastating.
Yes, I'm safe.
He whispered.
Good. Take the time you need.
He exhaled shakily.
Thank you.
He whispered. There was a pause.
I love you. That much hasn't changed. But everything else has.
His heart ached severely.
I'm so sorry, Claire.
I know we'll talk when we're ready.
And she hung up. Julien held the phone to his chest. Antoine watched from the doorway, eyes full of quiet empathy. Then he received a text from Élise. I'm staying at my sister's for now. I need time. Please take care of yourself, and take care of him. Antoine's breath broke. Their wives were not villains. They were casualties, and that truth hurt more than any shame. The first quiet hour. That evening, Julien and Antoine returned to the Belleville apartment. Not as adulterers, not as cowards, not as men hiding from their lives, but as men facing the truth together. Julien sat on the sofa, staring at his hands. Antoine sat beside him, close enough that their knees brushed. He took Julien's hand and whispered,
We are still here.
Julien lifted his eyes.
Yes, baby, we are. And now?
Antoine rested his head against Julien's shoulder.
And now we breathe. We grieve, we hurt, we heal, and we figure it out.
Julien felt a tremor of relief. For the first time in years, he wasn't carrying his heart alone. They sat that way for a long time, in the quiet hours after the storm, holding on to the smallest, most fragile truth. That love could survive the wreckage. Maybe not easily, maybe not unscathed, but honestly, and that was enough for now.